Hello students, once again we are back with the business law session for B.B.A 5th semester, and today here we will be discussing about the essentials of a valid offer. So in my previous session I had discussed what is offer or what is proposal, its meaning. Here we had discussed this aspect. And here today we will see the essentials of the valid offer, or they are called as the legal rules of valid offer. So the law has laid down certain legal rules. So when these legal rules are complied, the offer can be said as a valid offer. So this question may appear in your examination for 10 marks, or sometimes they may reduce it to 5 marks. If it is for 10 marks, as I have told you, it will be here asked here two questions. Define offer and state the legal rules of valid offer. So this can be the question here in your examination. So that is here 10 marks. 5 marks directly the question may be there. Here what are the essentials of a valid offer. So keeping this in view, with examples we will try to understand here what are the essentials. The first one is offer must be certain, definite. In other words, offer must not be vague. Uncertainty in the offer must not be there. Offer must be definite, certain. So here the purpose is that you are showing your willingness to the another to get his consent. So at the time of you make the offer, you should be very certain what here you want to express. So that's why it is said that the offer must be certain, not vague. So uncertainty must not be there. For example, here A has two cars. One is a Maruti and another one is here Ambassador. So A wants to sell one car to B here for 50,000, and he makes a proposal to B saying that he wants to sell his car for 50,000. B accepts the proposal. Now question arises whether certainty is there in the offer. The offer is certain or not? So the answer is no. The offer is not certain because we are not aware which car he is selling. Whether he is selling the Maruti car or whether he is selling the Ambassador car. And without knowing that, here it is accepted. So no contractual obligation is established between A and B because here the offer is uncertain here. It is vague. So certainty must be there. If he has clearly stated that it was Ambassador car, then it would have been right. Now suppose if he was having only one car and he says that he wants to sell his car, that is here understood that it is certain because he is having only one car. So he wants to sell that. So certainty comes in there. But here there are two cars I had mentioned. So uncertainty has arisen. Here he has not expressed which car he is selling. So that's why it is uncertain. It should not be uncertain. It should not be vague. It should be definite. The offer must be certain. This is the first rule applicable here for the valid offer. Second one is offer must be communicated. Naturally, when you want to express your willingness to do an act or abstain from doing any act, here mainly with the consent of the other, so that other person must have the knowledge of the offer. So how he can get the knowledge of the offer? Here mainly he will be not having any sixth sense that here the person has thought through to make an offer. So the offerer must communicate it to the offeree. The offer must be communicated. So the communication of the offer must be there. This is here to make the other party aware what you want to do or what you not want to do. So you know the definition of the offer. So what act you want to perform or what act you want to abstain from. So this you have to bring to the knowledge of the other party. and get his consent to that act or abstinence. So in that case, how the other party will come to know about this? It is only through your communication. So offer must be communicated. This is what we have there, mainly the second rule. The communication is important. So first certainty must be there, then communication of the offer must be there. The second important thing. Third, invitation to offer is not an offer. Is not an offer. Invitation to offer is not an offer. You cannot take it as an offer. For example, you have in a paper an advertisement. M has given an advertisement in the paper that his mainly the furniture will be here sold in auction on so and so date at so and so place at so and so time. It is mentioned that here this mainly an advertisement here offer the auction. The advertisement which he has given, M has given in the paper that he is going to sell his furniture by here auction. So time he has given and he has also given the place. So what is the date he has mentioned it in the advertisement. So we cannot say that this is an offer. It is not an offer. He has just invited you to make the offer at the auction. So when on that day at that place here the people assemble there, then the auction starts. The bidding starts. So whoever mainly quotes the highest bidder in the auction, he will be getting the things there. This is the rule what is there. So what bidding you are doing is you are making the offer to purchase it. So that is here. So giving an advertisement of an auction is not an offer. It is just an invitation. So you cannot call it as an offer. Likewise, the same example, another example. If you remember in second semester I had mentioned about this here to you. So a company here mainly gives an advertisement saying that its shares are open to the public for subscription. So it is here given an advertisement that the shares of a particular company are here open for the public for subscription. What it is? It is just an invitation for the public to purchase and to subscribe for the shares. It is not an offer. It is just an invitation to offer. So that is an offer. Maybe invitation to offer is not an offer. So this should be distinguished. You should understand this. So mere just here inviting the person to make an offer, it is not an offer. So it is just an invitation to offer you are making. So when you purchase the, here for example about the company I was mentioning, you purchase the prospectus will be having the share application and you are going to fill it and submit it to the registered office of the company. So you have made the offer there for what number of shares you want to purchase. And when your share application is scrutinized and it is mainly confirmed by the company, it is said that company has accepted. So this is here the procedure. You are making the offer. The subscription invitation here mainly is not an offer. It is just an invitation for subscription to the public. It is to bring the public here the knowledge that the company has opened its shares for the subscription. So that is what to be remembered. Invitation to offer is not an offer. So this is another important here rule regarding the valid offer. Just you have to give the examples. When you mainly mention about these rules, try to give the examples for this. Examples are very important. Repeatedly I will be telling you that when you should see that in the law subject, examples will carry more weightage. Likewise, cross offers will not make the contract. So cross offers. So what you understand by the term cross offer? Sometimes you may get a question as 2 marks. So what are cross offers? Cross offers are mainly identical in nature. They are identical in nature. So a person has, without the knowledge of the proposal made by another person, he has made a proposal. And the same person, without the knowledge of the other person's proposal, he has also made a proposal. So both the offers Here cross each other. They are resembling and identical to each other. They are identical to each other. Such offers are called as cross offers. You cannot say that the offer made by one person becomes the acceptance of the another person. No, you cannot take. So they are called as cross offers. Cross offers will not be here leading to the contract. No contract is formed with the cross offers. For example, X, he mainly here writes a letter to Y, stating that here his particularly the machineries, here he want to sell to here Y, and he has quoted the price here mainly 1 lakh. So he has posted the letter. At the same time, here Y has also posted, if here mainly X wants to sell his machineries here to the extent of 1 lakh rupees, he is ready to purchase. He has also posted. Identity of the offers is there. The subject matter is same, almost the price is same. So what we say that it is mainly here identity is there in the cross offers. Such offers are called as cross offers. So that is the mainly cross offers will not make here the contract. You cannot establish a contract. You cannot take X mainly here offer here as an acceptance to B's offer, Y's offer, or Y's offer cannot be taken acceptance of the X, vice versa. So here the cross offers will not make the contract. This is to be understood. Mere declaration is not an offer. Mere declaration, just a declaration made by a person is not an offer. You cannot take it as an offer. Now for example, here O makes an offer. Here in front of his friend P, he says that if good price comes, he is ready to sell his scooter. It is a mere declaration. Here P cannot take it as an offer made by here O. It cannot be an offer. Just a mere declaration. If good price here is there, then I will sell. He has just made, he has mainly showed his willingness that he is ready to sell if the good price comes. Later on, whatever is there, mainly the negotiations go, that will be leading to offer and acceptance. But this is a mere declaration he has made. Mere declaration here is mainly not an offer. So likewise, you have mainly here in showrooms, the mainly dresses are being displayed in the showcases with a price tag. So it is not that they are mainly an offer. It is not an offer. Here it is just a mere declaration by the shopkeeper. So you cannot take it as an offer there. Like this, here mere declaration cannot here make an offer. So that's why again mere declaration is not an offer. That is another important rule you should remember. Offer can be conditional, very important. This is very important. You can impose, the offerer can impose any type of conditions in the offer. He can impose any conditions. So any conditions can be here imposed in the offer. But he should see that those conditions, if they are very important and they are special conditions, he should make such a here offer that in the offer those conditions are very clearly understandable and very easily here mainly known to the offering. It is his duty, the offerer's duty. It is the person who makes the offer, it is his duty to bring to the notice of the offering these special conditions. He can put any condition, but he should make it a point that here it is brought to the notice of the offering. So that is here conditions can be imposed. Now for example, here maybe here A has made an offer to sell his scooter here for 20,000, and he mainly makes the proposal to B. In the proposal he has clearly stated, the statement is there that if you here want to accept it, send 5,000 rupees in advance. If you want to accept it, send 5,000 rupees in advance. So it is a condition he has put in the offer. So if at all the offeree wants to accept this, he should accept the condition also. He cannot say that I only want to purchase the scooter. He cannot say. Along with his acceptance, he should also send here that 5,000 rupees, which is a condition. So that condition is mainly here very clearly to be stated, so that the offeree will get the notice of it. Now for example, here you go to here a cloakroom in a railway station or in a bus stand and keep your luggage, and they particularly issue a ticket. A receipt is issued to you, whatever charges will be there. So if you look at that, mainly the receipt what is given. So at the last it is given that turn back, see back. So means there are some terms and conditions here included. So the terms and conditions will be at the back, and later the person cannot take here mainly the contention that he has not read those conditions. It is your duty, and because it is on the receipt very clearly mentioned that here turn back, see back. So it is here the duty of the person here to see the here mainly those conditions, because they are very clearly stated at the back. He must here, otherwise it is presumed that he has gone through it, he has understood it. Now sometimes what happens, here a person may say that he doesn't know the language. Now suppose he has gone to here mainly Tamil Nadu and the conditions are in Tamil. So at least he should make an attempt to know what is there. He should make an inquiry. Here that is very much required, that he should make an inquiry and try to know it. It is his duty. So that is why here the person, here the conditions whatever here, because you are making a here the mainly those conditions are there and you should be aware of that. So offer whatever conditions, so whatever mainly the conditions are there, they have to be adhered by the person there. So he must have the knowledge of those conditions. So the conditions are mainly here to be brought to the notice. For example, when you go to a hotel and ask for a room, so at the reception you will find at the back there is in big bold letters written here mainly the valuables must be kept in the safe custody. Valuables here kept in the room, the management is not responsible. So like this you will be having here the precaution given. So it is very clearly mentioned that any loss caused to you here mainly to your valuables when you are staying in the room, the management of the hotel is not responsible. The mainly management is not going to reimburse it, because it has brought clearly, it has given that notice. You must know those things. So offer maybe, they are ready to offer you the room, but they are not ready to take here the safety of your valuables. So what they may give you, that you can keep your valuables in the safe custody, which is having the self-lock system, you can keep there. So it is here, there you have to keep it. But any loss in the valuables of the customer, the hotel management will be not responsible. So it is not liable there. It is very clearly stated. If you want to take the room, you can take the room, otherwise you can leave it. So that's what here conditions, these examples what I have given you, try to remember these examples. These examples are very important from your examination point of view. So try to put these examples. Here offer can be conditional. Any conditions you can here impose in the offer, but it should be brought to the notice of the other person. Next, counter offer will not make the contract. So what is counter offer? Counter offer will not here lead to the contractual obligation. You cannot say that it is a valid offer. So what is counter offer? For example, with the example you can understand. So any modifications made in the original offer by the offeree is a counter offer. Any modifications made in the original offer by the offeree here is a counter offer. Now for example, here P has made a proposal to Q. The proposal has come from that he said that here mainly P says that he is ready to sell his watch here mainly for here 1,000 rupees. P has made a proposal to Q that he is ready to sell his watch for 1,000 rupees. Q accepts it and he replies that he is ready to purchase the watch provided it is for 800 rupees. So a modification is there in the original offer. Original offers has stated the watch cost will be 1,000 rupees. But the offeree Q has made a modification and he has said that here mainly he is ready to purchase the watch but not for 1,000 rupees but for 800 rupees. So this becomes a counter offer. For an offer there is another offer, we call it as a counter offer. The counter offer will not lead here to a valid offer nor there will be a contract there. So counter offer here mainly any modification changes here made in the original offer by offeree is called as a counter offer and counter offer will not here make the contract or we cannot call it as a valid offer. That is what we see the counter offer. So these legal rules are to be remembered. Then mainly the last one here mainly what we are going to see. Offer must not contain any term. The non-compliance of it here is presumed to be an acceptance. Such a term must not be there. This is the most important and the last term for the legal rules of the valid offer. So what it mainly says, offer must not contain any such a term. Non-compliance of it here amounts to the acceptance. Now for example, here the X, he has made a proposal to Y. X has made a proposal to Y. So what is the proposal? Here X says that he is ready to sell his oil here for mainly 1,000 rupees per ton. 1,000 rupees per ton he is ready to sell his oil. This is mainly the proposal here that has made. Reply within 7 days. Reply within 7 days. So he has said in the offer, reply within 7 days. He has specified the time. This can be accepted. Any condition you can impose. We reply within 7 days. He makes an offer that he is ready to sell oil to Y here at 1,000 rupees per ton. And he says that reply within 7 days. But he includes one more term. What is that term? Here he says that if I do not hear from you within 7 days, I will presume that here you have accepted my offer. So such non-compliance of that term, it should not be assumed as an acceptance. You cannot do it. No such here condition or term can be included in your offer. You cannot say this. 7 days is okay. You can say that it is mainly reply within 7 days. You can specify the time. But the next point what I mentioned to you, here the offer should not contain any such term like what I mentioned now here. If I do not hear from you within 7 days, here I will presume that you have accepted my offer. Such here the non-compliance, any term of non-compliance of the offer should not be assumed that it is an acceptance. So this must here be very well understood. This cannot be here a valid offer. So you cannot include such a particularly the terms in the offer. Conditions maybe you can include any, but this should not be here mainly the terms like this. So here when the offer is made, these are the legal rules which you have to know it. The legal rules applicable for the valid offer. So this is one of the important question from your examination point of view. As I told you, it is a 10 marks question. So in 10 marks they will ask you two types of question. First define offer and then state the legal rules of valid offer. So what are the legal rules? Just we have seen these 8 important rules you have to remember. So the examination, if they ask you directly the legal rules, you need not write the definition. So usually when they ask for 5 marks, it will be only the essentials of the valid offer. So you just go on here explaining these 8 important here mainly the points, and here the examples for that, which will make your mainly answer carry more weightage. You can score more. So 5 marks only this. Define offer and state the essential. This is here mainly for 10 marks. So the meaning of the offer you have to give, and then you have to write the answer. So keep this in your mind, students. Here what will be here your mainly the question pattern in this, and you can expect, as I told you, here mainly 2 marks questions also here. 2 marks questions can be asked, like here they may ask you what is the offer. 2 marks question they may give you. What is a proposal? Offer or proposal, whatever terminology you can use it. And they may ask you what are cross offers. 2 marks questions there. So here you can expect a 2 marks question. And here what is a? Here mainly the counter offer. So here again you can have 2 marks. The 2 marks questions are asked here. So one, what is proposal can be asked there. Second one, here what are cross offers, that may be there. Then mainly counter offer. What do you mean by the term counter offer? Such questions can be asked for 2 marks. So when you study any topic, try to understand first what type of questions you can expect. What type of questions will be put in the examination. Accordingly, you have to study. So here, these are here the different types of here mainly the question. Even sometimes we have also seen that a question has been asked here in mainly for 5 marks. A 5 marks question has come here where mainly for the caselet they asked, they are given the hypothetical cases. They have said that here mainly the case is stating that here A, who is dealing with a variety of the oils. He is dealing with the sunflower oil, coconut oil, groundnut oil. He is a dealer. He proposes to sell the oil to B, and B accepts his proposal. But the certainty is not there. So you have to mention offer must be certain. Which oil he is going to sell and what is the oil that is required by here the offeree we do not know here. Whether he is selling groundnut oil, whether he is selling the mainly sunflower oil, or whether he is selling here mainly the mustard oil, we are not aware about it. He is dealing with different types of oils. Suppose if he is dealing with only one type of oil, if he has made the proposal, it is understood that he is only dealing with that oil and he will supply that oil. So certainty, and this also you can be asked for 5 marks. Counter offer can be asked for 5 marks. Caselets can be asked there. Whether contractual obligation is established or not when there is a counter offer. When there is a counter offer, can there be a contractual obligation or not? So you have to give the explanation. So like this, here the questions may be asked even in here caselets. So try to get these important here points what I have discussed in this mainly the session. And in the next session, the most important topic we are going to take is the lapse of offer. In the next here the session, we will discuss about how the offer lapses. The lapse of the offer. How the offer comes to an end. What are the modes of the lapse of offer? This is a 5 marks question. This is a 5 marks question which you have to know there. So different modes we will be discussing. So in offer you can see what type of questions will be coming. You can see how the questions are asked in the examinations. So here the next mainly the class we will deal with the lapse of the offer. So do remember mainly these things, and we will try to here mainly discuss this in our next here mainly the session or the next video. So students, here one more aspect I would like to bring to your notice. For your convenience, from each topic whatever we have discussed so far whatever we have discussed, I will be sending you a brief notes. a brief points of what we have discussed, so that it will be very easy for you to grasp those, mainly the points. So if you go through the points, you can explain it very easily. So I will mainly see that when we have completed now the first topic, as you already know that about the definition of the contract we have taken, essentials of the valid contract we have taken, and the classification of the contracts we have discussed. So on that I will be first sending you the notes. Do keep those notes. So they are just brief points on that topic. On that topic you will have the brief points, and for that here mainly you will be getting such questions in your examination. You must be able to look into that matter, and that will help you a lot. So on these three topics I will be sending you the points here very soon, and for your notes preparation it will be helpful to you. So in the next session we will continue still on offer. We have not completed the offer. Next session, as I told you, lapse of offer we will continue. Thank you.